Hey guys, Louis Jr. here. I'm here with my cousin Evan.
Hello.
And we are gonna do another review and a reaction review of WWE Money in the Bank, which I call it WWE Glitch in the Bank.
Well, it was like the first half, but then the second half it was smooth.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to review all the five matches, right? It was five.
I think it was like 6 or 7. Well, anyway, let's just go through it.
Yeah. Well, whatever matches, but we're gonna get to it on the first match. Before we talk about the first match, we want to give a proper prayers to the Dusty Rhodes family because we lost a legend, and after hearing the news, it's very sad and very sudden that he passes away. But overall, sending prayers, especially for Cody and Goldust, Dustin Rhodes. But anyway, we get started with the first match, and the first match was the Money in the Bank ladder match. With Randy, Sheamus, Dolph, Neville, shit, Kofi, Kane, and shit, who's the 7? I said all right.
Start over. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dolph, Randy, Neville, Kane, Sheamus, Kofi, Ryback. I'm like Roman. Oh God, it's late. We saw the pay-per-view match kind of late, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But it was a good Money in the Bank. It was crazy. We didn't know who was actually gonna win this whole match. Everybody was thinking Roman was gonna win.
I thought Roman or Kane.
I thought Roman Kane was gonna win, but it was a good match. It was a really good match, and we thought Roman should win because, like we said in those matches or reviews, that there was an article said that Roman was gonna turn bad. But Roman
that's not gonna happen until like later.
What happened is that Roman was close to getting the briefcase until he was interrupted about another wrestler, Bray Wyatt, which just shows the hint that he and Bray are gonna face each other in the next pay-per-view. So Sheamus came out, and not Sheamus came out, but came through the ring and grabbed the briefcase. And Sheamus is the Money in the Bank winner, which everybody didn't really expect that he was gonna win. But yep, Sheamus is the Money in the Bank winner. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see when he's gonna cash in. We thought he was gonna cash in the last match, but I guess that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I guess he's gonna wait until maybe other pay-per-views or Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna get to the next match and tell you what we think. The next match was one of the best matches out of all other pay-per-views, which is the Divas title with Nikki and Paige. And like I said, and I did mention this before about the Divas matches, like making more like memorable or like not memorable, but do more crazy stuff that's in the ring. And this was one of the craziest match ever, especially for Nikki, because Nikki never always used go outside and do a crazy move outside. So I guess they pay attention, or either people said that we need to see all these crazy matches in the main show with the Divas. Yeah. So yeah, the matches was crazy. Paige was doing her flip, like she did a 10-time on outside of the ring on Nikki.
And then Nikki did like an electric chair type of thing on the barricade.
Yeah, she did on the barricade. It was just crazy. It was like one crazy, and it was back and forth. Paige did the Paige turn out, and
then Nikki kicked out.
Nikki did the rack attack, and Paige kick out. It was just crazy. And then they were going on the top turnbuckle, and they both kick out and move until it ends with the train magic, which is Nikki. Brie came out, and then Paige pinned Brie, but even though she thought it was Nikki, she pinned Brie, and she won. She thought she won, but Brie would show the ref it was Brie, so Nikki punched her, and they did the back attack and won the match.
So
and
we know this rivalry is not over. They're gonna have another match.
Yeah, I just hope, like, you know, I mentioned it before. I hope this next pay-per-view is a handicap match, because if they could have a handicap match for the Divas title against Natalya, it would be cool to see Paige to go against the Bellas.
Yeah, and like, it's just weird though, like how Naomi completely disappeared from the title picture. You notice that?
It's exactly.
I was like, she was like in it, and then all of a sudden, whatever. I don't know.
Maybe because, you know, I mean, I understand Naomi turned heel. I guess maybe it's just not in the right moment, you know, to be heel, I guess, especially with the Bellas, because the Bellas is, you know, when you guys see SmackDown, that Paige said the Bellas is all about the entertainment stuff, which is kind of true, you know, because they've been promoting to Divas, which that's coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and but so far, but even though they like that, at least Nikki more than Brie improving more with her in-ring performances than Brie, because Nikki, you know, especially is good on the mic, and she is improving a lot in the ring, especially with this match. It proves right there that Nikki is more than just eye candy.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens in this review. I just hope they say what think what we wanted to believe is the handicap match, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
We'll see what happens. And also, just to point out that this match lasted 11 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah, that was long.
So.
It was a long Divas match. It was crazy. It was a long, crazy Divas match. But yeah, Paige lost to Nikki, and let's see what happens. Let's just hope the rivalry ends in the next pay-per-view. But it's not gonna end. It's gonna continue on until.
But it's good because it's a storyline, so we're entertained.
Yeah, that's true. So see what happens. So we're gonna go on to the next match. The next match was the Intercontinental title with Big Show versus Ryback. And before the match came on, Miz came out because it was Columbus, Ohio. That's where the Money in the Bank took place. We don't know why Miz came out, but it was a reason, because he was attacked by Big Show, and you know, twice. and
then during the match, he was like on commentary, and then Ryback came out of nowhere and like grabbed him, threw him to the ring, the side of the ring, and then he threw him on the table, the announce table. I was dying.
It was hilarious.
I was like, that.
But there was no ending in the match, but because Miz interfered and attacked Big Show.
He attacked both of them. So Big Show technically won by disqualification because Miz hit him first with the microphone. But because it was a disqualification, Ryback is still the Intercontinental Champion. And that match ended in 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
Yeah, that was the short. But it was just short because it ended with the disqualification.
Yeah.
But so far, I guess we know that this pay-per-view is going to be a triple threat. But I can't rate this match because it was ended disqualification. Yes. So we're going to go on to the next match. Next match is part 2 of Champion vs. Champion. And I gotta say, this one was better than Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah, I
agree. The Elimination pay-per-view. It was with John Cena and Kevin Owens, and this is one that not just the best match compared to Elimination Chamber, but
it's probably one of the best matches. It's probably the second best match of the night.
It's the second best, but not the longest match.
No.
Because it was just crazy, and I mean, like, I give props to Kevin Owens because you know that we know what he does, but with John,
he was doing moves that he's never done before.
Yeah, he surprises both of us.
Yeah.
He did we know he did the Hurricane. He does it twice, like on big guys, but Kevin was not that big, but it was just crazy. And then he did
it was like a sunset flip power bomb.
First he did a reverse suplex, which we never thought he'd done.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And then he did a sunset pinning move that Melina used to do, which we never thought he would do that.
No.
There was another move he did, Lucio DDT. He never do that.
Oh yeah.
And the Stone Cold stunner, the springboard Stone Cold stunner type of thing. That we never knew he would do that. But But it was just the craziest match ever. It's not the longest match compared to the Elimination Chamber, but it was the crazy. It was one of the best matches ever.
Back and forth, kicking out of finishers.
The AA, the powerbomb, the AA, the powerbomb. It's like but actually the first AA, the referee, there was a 3, but
the referee did count 3, but then it was actually a 2 because he kicked that after 2.
Yeah, he kicked that after 2, but it was just crazy.
But it was crazy. And this match was 19 minutes and 15 seconds.
That was long. It was not that long. It was less longer than
the first match.
Their first match. But John won, and he was gonna shake Kevin Owens' hands, but Kevin Owens does the same stuff like he did in the NXT with all the wrestlers, for Sami Zayn, who else he did it to? Was it Rhino? No, it was not Rhino. It was
Alex Riley.
Alex Riley and stuff like that. He did the powerbomb on the side of the ring and on the apron and pretty much injured John, but not too injured.
So we know. Well, and then he grabbed both titles and like he held them both up. So
that's a hit that I think both titles could be on the line.
They should both put both titles on the line.
So we don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see, because he did mention that if John would win the NXT title, then maybe we'll have an NXT invasion, something like that. But
we'll see. I don't know.
They
probably won't do that.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Who knows?
Yeah, but it was a crazy match, better than the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view match. But yeah. So we're gonna talk about the next match. Yeah. The next match was the tag team title with New Day versus the Primetime Players. It was a good match. And also, yeah, it was a good match. The New Day came out, bitching, complaining about Kofi not getting a chance.
So it was just 2 of them because Kofi was hurt from the
he was hurt from Money in the Bank, and so they were bitching, complaining about Kofi, not getting a chance, and then they were, rubbing all high faces about what's that word they keep saying? They were saying probation. They were like probation, something with some team, and and then they would try to do New Day rocks, but Xavier was getting angry. He was about to bring the negativity in the New Day, but it was funny. But
Xavier tried to be positive, but like he was like New Day. Right? That's what you say, right?
Yeah, he was New Day. Wow. Like he said, it sounded like he's constipating.
That was funny. I was like, it sounded like he was constipating. But the match was good. It was good. Then they were like double teaming on Darren Young, and then Darren Young finally got the hot tag on Titus O'Neil, and then Titus was able to finish up the match,
and then they won, and Primetime Winners won, and then also at honor of Darren Young, because since he is homosexual, this month is Pride Week. Pride Month, so
he is the first openly gay champion.
Yeah, so
yeah,
kudos. Especially I'm also proud of WWE giving Darren Young a champion, especially for month, because it is a special month for all our like for me and my cousin, my partner, whatever, whoever is celebrating who we are, but and also you can see my colors up there, even though it's not pride, but it looks like it's pride with these colors. But yeah, congrats to Primetime Players for winning the WWE Tag Team titles.
Let's see how long they can keep it.
Well, I'm afraid that that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan might take it, but at least the Primetime Players finally won the title since over like 2 or 3 years or so.
Since they reunited, because they had broken up. They had that rivalry which didn't go anywhere. It was like quick, and then Darren Young got injured and he was out for like almost a year, maybe a little over a year. Then they came back together and now they reunited, finally champions again. This match ended in 5 minutes and 48 seconds, but it was still a good match.
Yeah, it was still a good match. So we're gonna get to the last crazy match. The next match was the third time of the rivalry with Dean and Seth in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a ladder match. So This time Seth was by himself, nobody, which I am surprised. But it was a good, crazy match and long too. long. But it was crazy. They would both go back and forth. Seth injured Dean on his leg by hitting the chair and then slamming him on the ladder. Yeah. Do all these crazy moves. They went to the crowd.
Yeah, it was like they were acting like it was a street fight or a false count anywhere. I'm like, it's a ladder. You gotta get back there.
I know. And then even though they were trying to do break the Spanish announce table, but it didn't break.
Yeah, he did. He did dirty deeds.
He did the dirty deeds,
and he still got up. And then Seth Rollins did two freaking He grabbed Dean and he threw him to the ladder that was set up as a bridge. On the apron, and then the announce table, he hit his head there. Then he did a running power bomb to the one side of the security wall. Then he did it again to the other side where the announcer, where Lillian sits. And then he freaking did a power bomb on a ladder with chairs on it. Then he tried to bury Dean with chairs on top, and Dean still got up. And then they just kept getting up and up and up, and then it ended with they both were on top of the ladder. They both grabbed the ladder, the title, and they brought it down together. But the thing is,
because Seth did the power bomb on the barricade. He did the power bomb, on the other side of the barricade where Lillian is at, and then he did another power on the ladder with the chairs, and tried to bury Dean with the chairs with the ladders, and he thought that Dean's not gonna get up because his leg injury, and then he still got up, and then they were both fighting for the title, and then they both grabbed at the same time. I thought it was gonna end with a tie, but
I thought they were gonna be both co-champions like China and Chris Jericho.
No, they're not gonna be co-champions. There's no tie because remember when Undertaker and Batista, how many ties they had, the steel cage.
That was fun.
The last man standing match. There was another match. I think it was a ladder. Match. I forgot.
But they kept getting ties.
Yeah, they kept getting ties.
And they brought the title down at the same time. But when they hit the ring, the mat, Dean let go because I guess he was hurt. So he let go of the title. So Seth won because he was the last one to hold the title at the end. So. But it was a crazy match. This match was 35 minutes and 40 seconds. The longest match of the night.
Yeah, it was. It was. So overall it was a little better than
It's crazy how the Divas match was longer than Big Show and Ryback, even though that ended disqualification, and also the tag team title match. So the Divas match was pretty long, but that was good. So I would give this pay-per-view an A.
I would give it an A. A minus.
A minus?
Yeah.
I give it an A.
Because I guess the Money in the Bank was more better. It is, maybe more, outstanding. Because I felt I understand Kofi was heel, and Neville was a high flyer. Yeah. I wish there were more moves out of that because I was mentioning before that the Intercontinental title in WrestleMania was 10 times better than Money in the Bank, and because. They were great. Although what they did in WrestleMania was 10 times crazier than Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was crazy, but maybe not, a wow factor. And especially people would say this is awesome, but it was a great match, but it was not spectacular. That's what it is, and it's not because the Sheamus won. It's just because, of that. But I can't grade the Intercontinental the championship match because that wasn't really a match.
It's qualification. So we're gonna have to wait for the triple threat match.
Yeah, so that's why I also added an A minus because of that.
The next pay-per-view is the pay-per-view of rematches because obviously Paige and Nick are gonna probably fight again. Kevin Owens and John Cena, they're probably gonna fight again. Freaking Dean and Seth Rollins, they're gonna fight again after how it ended. Who else? That's it.
The New Day and the Part-Time.
They're probably gonna get their rematch.
They could probably get. It's
gonna be the night of rematches. It's gonna feel like Money in the Bank times 2.
Well, yeah, that's.
I think Money in the Bank. I think it was better than Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it was.
So I give it an A.
Yeah, it was slightly better. Slightly better. Slightly better because Kevin Owens and John Cena match, and
the ladder match.
The ladder match. It was crazy.
And the Divas match.
And the Divas match was crazy.
So that's why it's better.
Yeah. That's true. and one more thing, WWE, please fix your network, because we will try to watch Money in the Bank, and this makes, I mean, even though it was like slightly in the beginning, or maybe like throughout the whole pay-per-view, it's been glitchy. Like, you know, they keep going back to certain points that we've seen before, and also freezing sometimes, and I don't know what else was happening also, but yeah, please fix it, because if we're gonna watch Battleground, we don't want to say they happen to this pay-per-view, you know, compared to that one, you know. What do you want? You want to join YouTube?
He wants to see. He wants to be on YouTube. He
here.
wants to make his YouTube debut.
Come here. Come here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Say hi. Say hi, Benji. Yeah, so what do you guys think? You guys love Money in the Bank, or I could say Glitch in the Bank? And you think this is better than Elimination Chamber or Payback? Yes. So we see you guys. We see you. Look, Benji, say bye bye. No, you say bye. Look at the camera. No, you look at the camera. Well, he's well, see you guys. Bye bye. One last thing. When we're gonna be going to SummerSlam, so after Battleground, we're not gonna be reviewing SummerSlam because we're gonna be there. So
we'll resume the Night of Champions.
Yeah, we will do the Night of Champions, but I will guys give you a grade by posting on the social media grade pages, and you know what we both think while we were there, because we're not gonna do no video. So just give you guys a heads up. So we're gonna be reviewing Battleground, but after that we're not gonna be reviewing SummerSlam. So just gonna let you guys know, because we're gonna be there in person and live there. So see you guys.